Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your Is It in the Cards Love Tarot, an oracle card reading for February 2025. We are going to start off here with an archetype card. This one represents your energy and what you may bring to the relationship. You have the card of the mentor, which I do love this picture, but the light attribute, passing on wisdom and refining a student's character. So you may bring out the best in this person. There may be something about you that they say, I just feel easy when I'm around you. I feel light. I feel like I can be myself. I feel like I can talk to you about anything. I don't have to hide anything. Now, the shadow attributes can be an inability to allow the students to move on to the role of master, imparting false instruction. And so what to me, that sounds a bit like codependence when we are afraid of somebody leaving. And truthfully, we as humans can have a tendency to confuse love and abandonment after a relationship ends. So if you had something that ended too, it may be worth a second look at just letting it go if you're here about reconciliation. The person that you're attracting, I love them. Their energy is represented by the poet. The light attribute expresses soul insights in symbolic language. So this may be somebody who really has a way with words, and they may not speak a lot, but when they do, it's very impactful. It's somebody too who I feel like they're good at taking in the environment before they say anything. Now, the shadow attribute turns a lyric gift to a negative or destructive effect. And this can be somebody who is very quick-witted, but they do it in a way that's sarcastic, that they do it in a way that perhaps brings jabs in, okay? And so you just have to be aware of that. Now, again, it can be one of those things, too, where the shadow attribute really does not affect them. Let's see what the cards have to say here. Or it could even be somebody you've been with before. If you say, no, that was my ex, or that's my, brother or sister, the sarcastic, or my coworker who never ends. All right. Now we are going to take 3 cards to represent your energy, 3 cards for the person you are attracting, 3 cards on the advice. Your energy here is represented by the 5 of Wands, the 3 of Cups, and the 6 of Pentacles. Their energy is represented by the Knight of Wands, the Magician, and the 2 of Wands. The advice, we've got the Page of Swords, the Sun, and the Emperor. So 3 major arcana. We have Aries. We technically have all the elements and the Magician. I love their energy. They are ready to move forward with you. You have a card of engagement here, but I feel like you're done with petty nonsense with that 5 of Wands. And if you've been on like dating websites and even gotten some nasty messages from people that kind of just turned you off to the whole thing, I feel like leaving that behind, that 5 of Wands change. You're just not here for a man baby or woman baby. You're here to move on and have balance and have somebody who's at your level. I feel like if you've had to, be a parent in a relationship where it's a real parent-child dynamic, that 5 of Wands too, you may have somebody who comes out from nowhere from the past, and it's like, this is just not attractive in the way that they do it. I also feel like too, if you have somebody who has wanted to get you into a relationship, but they're going through a divorce or something like that, and you've told them no, and they're quite persistent, I do feel like you may have to, with this, you may have somebody new coming in, and that really will close the door. I just feel like that 5 of Wands, you're not here to be in the middle of somebody else's drama and saga. There's just no purpose for you. So the 3 of Cups, you've got an engagement. And I do feel like if you've had a few people that have been interested and you've been very lukewarm on them, that 3 of Cups has you intrigued by somebody. This is where we turn the heat up. This is where it's like, okay, yeah, I can see where this is different. And so that 3 of Cups will bring in in terms of an energy with romance, one where you're irresistible to them and it is reciprocal. Where the 2 of you, you'll find that you can't wait to get out and get together again. You can't wait to hear from them. You love the morning text. You love hearing from them. Now, it can be a reconciliation, but I feel like in that case, the person has to present they've got to have some changes. Okay. If they're coming back and they have can really own their part and they really can talk to you about what was going on there, if you're interested, and really showing you that they've changed, then reconciliation, I feel like, could be a possibility. But with that Six of Pentacles, you're definitely looking for a partner and not somebody to raise. You're not looking for somebody who has a lot of hidden secrets and issues. Okay, this is like mysteries revealed. No, thank you. I don't need to be a private detective in a relationship. That's how I'm getting it. So with the Six of Pentacles, I also feel like you're looking for somebody that can bring some things to the table. And I'll tell you what, the person you're attracting definitely does that. With their energy of the Magician, this is a fantastic partner, my word. I love everything about them. Now, with the Knight of Wands, that can be the knight in shining armor. I think sometimes on YouTube, people confuse that with the Knight of Cups. That Knight of Wands is ready for anything. This is somebody who would, if you called them in a moment's notice, they would come. Okay, they wouldn't say, well, I'm sleeping. Can you call an Uber if you needed like a ride or something? This is somebody who's up for anything. They're up for adventure. They love to go try new things. They are limitless and optimistic in their attitude. It's somebody too who will want to move quickly when they know that they know what they know. And they're self-aware enough to know when they want a relationship or not. Okay, so this is somebody who is mature in their energy. But I'll tell you what, with the Magician, they're manifesting you, and they are going to know it. This is going to be one of those times where they say, I knew you were out there. I've just been waiting for you. And with that Magician energy, I feel like you're going to have some uncanny similarities. There's things about the two of you that you couldn't make up. You go, I can't believe this. It reminds me almost of like Abraham Hicks, Esther and Jerry Hicks. I don't know if I've told you this story or if you've heard it before. They actually lived in the same exact apartment at two different times. It was like two years apart or something. And so they talk about a near miss, but the fact that I believe Esther lived there after Jerry, that she would move into an apartment and later marry this man, meet him and marry him. I mean, that's crazy. So I feel like there's a lot of things where you were even in the same environment, where you went to the same concert, you went to the same restaurant, you traveled in the same areas, and for some reason you just didn't meet up. But with that Two of Wands, this is a person who wants a future with you. Now, when we talk about the poet energy too, or reference that, I feel like this is somebody who will leave you love notes, who will send you songs that are meaningful, who's thinking about you in meaningful ways, and you'll say there's something about them that I've never had with anyone else, where it's a heart. There's some heart-centered is what I keep hearing. There's something so heart-centered about it that it all just makes sense. So you may find early on that they start talking to you about planning trips together. They start talking about a future with you, and they mean it. This is not just talk. It's not something that they're just sort of, speaking out of one side of their mouth. They really are talking straight from the heart. And if you're in a relationship right now, I feel like they want a conversation, or they want some confirmation that you're moving forward together. So the advice here is not the outcome, but it sure is nice anyway. This is high vibrational. It's also a relationship that is protected, that there's a genuine commitment here and a connection. But there's also that commitment that we don't let other people bother the relationship. We don't let other people bring us down or interfere in the relationship at all. And so the energy of the Emperor, this is very no nonsense, very like we were saying, what you see is what you get. And so there's nothing hidden. It's very upfront. And it's also too, when the commitment is there, it doesn't mean maybe. This is somebody who's all in, and I feel like it's mutual. And so with the energy of the Sun, it is a relationship that will bring you so much joy. It will be one of those times where you say, it couldn't have happened soon enough. This has just really been fantastic. So the Sun is also synergy. So it is somebody who you will get along with really well. And I feel like almost feel like your luck changes when you get into this relationship. You start getting more wins. And it really is a vibrational signal or symbol that things have shifted for you. Okay. So with the Page of Swords, you'll detect the truth from a lie in seconds. If anything comes around you that's not as it seems, like an ex who tries to lull you back into going back with them. If they haven't changed, you're just not going to be about it. You're really looking for a match. And so I feel like with this, ultimately, it's about following your heart, having fun, keeping the relationship light and easy, but knowing that at the end of the day, if there's a commitment, that really is something important, okay? When we make that commitment in a relationship, I feel like it's got deep meaning for you here. So let's see here what these oracles can tell you. The snake, interesting. Competition and enemy, the other woman, look over your shoulder. Well, I get this in your energy. I don't see it in theirs or anywhere else. But if you have somebody, again, who comes in and maybe they start bad-mouthing something or they start saying things that they don't even know what they're talking about, I feel like it's really about cutting that out of your life, okay? We don't want snakes in our midst. And if it is an ex and they have not changed, or they don't have any proof, or they don't want to talk about it, then that may be one of those times where you say, this is the end. The end is the end with them. It's time to move on to somebody new. Yes, it's in the cards. I love you, Scorpio, and I'll be back again soon.